apparently there's a hill climb today. We had no idea. Guess I'm going for a ride. This is what a good road trip is. Make plans, follow, and stick to none of it. What's up? You miss us? Yeah, we know. It's been like a month since we uploaded anything. It's been a crazy summer. And the fact is that we're busy and we're on the road. There's no time for us to work on cars, which means there's no time to make content. We apologize. But the good news is there's a bunch of stuff coming up. Starting on my van, I picked up North Carolina, and this is the road trip home story, which is a really good time. And thing broke a few times, so I had to work on it too. So there's some build, there's some adventure, it's a little bit of everything. Plus, we all got back to work on the Gymkhana grid projects, and Zach got a lot further with his Chevy truck build. So there's a ton coming up. Plus, we picked up a couple other projects we're working on, and we even fixed a ton of vehicles that have just been sitting at Hoonigan. We figured, you know what, let's stack a ton of stuff and then just stay steady through the rest of the year. So here it is, the return to Project Garage. Enjoy. Good morning. We are here in the beautiful Smoky Mountains. You know, that place that they wrote all those songs about.
On my way from LA back to Knoxville.
Somewhere between North Carolina and Tennessee. Because yesterday, flew to North Carolina, went to U-Joint and picked up my van. So high up. That's all I can say. Which is now a 4x4 converted E-Series, and we're gonna embark on a long way home. We are westbound and down, and we've got a plan of making a bunch of episodes about just doing a ton of fun stuff, right? Some of it's gonna be car stuff, some of it's gonna be things like spending the night in a teepee, which we did here at this amazing place we found on Airbnb like last minute. And then along the way, it's gonna be me and Will. And obviously the van. This is Will. You probably know him best from helping me DP a bunch of the Gymkhana films, like the Travis films and a couple other ones. So yeah, you also know him from Circle Jerks.
How's that?
But yeah, so we got a bunch going on, and every episode will be another day of the trip. Pretty much it. So we just packed up, we're heading out. Time to jump in the van. Luckily, we already got to do some off-roading because this place is on the top of the mountain. We got to drive a pretty wild, narrow fire road up here, and almost had to throw it into four-wheel drive, but you know, so far just got it here. So anyway, it's time to go. But would you look at that? Look how beautiful that is. Now in full attack mode. I did not think a solid beam van would handle so well, but we got some windies. We got a little compressor surge. Basically a sports car. No, seriously, like, how good does this thing handle?
It's pretty amazing.
It's like pretty crazy. Like, we were on some pretty windy roads,
yeah,
and it's like, it just kind of eats it up. Like, there's like very little sway. Like, I'm not crossing the yellow, I'm on it, like, on the line, like, yo, this thing is great.
Did it handle this well before?
I don't know. Like, it didn't. I mean, there's a lot more tire, like as we were saying, which definitely makes it feel good, but like, it has like, you know, about 6 or 7 inches of sway, and then it stops, and then it kind of sits, and then you just drive through it. So it's similar to like the Land Rovers like that. Oh, the turbo noises, my friends. I hope they can hear that. Yeah, so apparently there's a hill climb today. We had no idea. So we came here just to drive through the Dragon, but maybe we actually get to see some race cars. That's great. Who knew? All right, so our goal was to head to tail the Dragon because that's what you do when you're in this part of the country. And while we were driving, we happened to see a sign that said SCCA Hillclimb this way. So we took the detour. We're at the Hillclimb now. This guy's gonna give us a ride up the hill and go check out some cars. A little surprise hill climb. This is the best part of road trips. What a random surprise. This is definitely, hands down, my favorite kind of racing. Look at the collection of stuff that's here. Hell yeah. What are you thinking so far?
How did we luck out and find this? This is like what, one of like a handful of events that they do all year.
Yeah, and we just happen to be driving through.
In this region. And
We also luckily got here at lunch, which means that while we don't get to watch a bunch of cars start, we do actually get to see all the cars, which is nice instead of them all being up on the hill. This type of racing here is why I built my Audi, not Pikes Peak. Pikes Peak is like a whole other level. It's this like basically drag racing with corners, run what you brung style. The best thing. All right, so we happened to run into someone we knew here, which, you know, you figured might happen. You go to a motorsport event. So who are you and what did you just accomplish? Because I know you want to brag about it.
So just come back from Pikes Peak Hillclimb, set the new diesel record. And I'm Greg Blachon, live in Nashville, Tennessee.
He's also the mortal enemy of our buddy Scotty Chuckles, right? You guys have been like going back and forth and you've been trying to take that record, so.
Yeah, it's been hard years of, 1 second from the record and just like so close and a huge battle, yeah.
How are you doing here today?
Pretty good. I think it's like second overall.
What's your time today?
1:17.
What is the base engine in this?
In this car?
Yeah.
It's a Volkswagen 4-cylinder 2-liter from the Passat.
TDI.
Yeah. TDI.
And then you're running. It's mated to a Porsche PDK.
Yeah. I started with a 5-speed manual from a Porsche Boxster, like a regular old school 5-speed, which bolts to the TDI. It's super.
Yeah, it's all Legos. It all bolts together.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, Porsche trends, let's try PDK. PDK was the trick. Yeah.
Sick. Guess I'm going for a ride. They're like, we think someone's got a suit and a helmet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
Fit your big
I'm on the rental program today. How you doing? Looks like we meet again. This is that part where I try not to tear somebody's suit. All right, so what's your name?
I'm Ryan Cheek. Let's go drive a hill. Woo!
How long have you been doing this for?
About 3 years, 4 years.
Oh yeah. I hear you're the fastest on the mountain today for women.
Yeah, second year in a row.
Queen of the hill.
Yeah, right now.
All right. I don't know how I got myself in this situation. We were supposed to be just having a casual day, and now we're in race cars. Can't avoid it. sorry. I'm too much pressure on you.
That's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I was like, she missed second, but it's all right.
I knew it was the pressure. Also, like, we have a joke at Hoonigan, like, we call ourselves the Ballast Boys. I mean, she just added like 275 pounds to the car. She got her time slip and she was like, I was like, I think they're gonna let you go again. Like, this was an exhibition run.
Right?
You can now, I'll get out, you can now go for like actual speed. And yo, it is really bumpy. Like, when they said it was bumpy, like, it's proper, like, WRC, like, tarmac spec bumpy. There was one moment where you went through, and first I felt the front wheels disconnect from the bump, and then the back wheels skirted, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a proper bump.
Yeah.
Thank you for an awesome ride. That was a good time.
Oh
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was just going to get lunch, and we drove past the Hillclimb, and I got to go for a run. So, but now I think I'm committed to bring my car here.
You guys are always welcome. Definitely got to come back.
Oh yeah.
Bring a car, man.
Thank you. All right, well, that was a very unexpected stop. We spent a lot more time here than we thought. We're now half a day into the trip and half a day behind, so we're off to a great start. But hey, that was a lot of fun. And unfortunately, this vehicle has now been closer to racing a hill climb than my hill climb car has. All right, on to the next thing. All right, we stopped, we ate, and then it started raining. So we got to go drive the Dragon in the rain. Little Tennessee River. So wait, are we officially Tennessee yet? No, right?
Yeah, but that's the dam from The Fugitive.
Oh, that is the dam from The Fugitive. Cut to Harrison Ford. Love that movie. Such a good movie. To all you youngins, Harrison Ford, when he wasn't playing Han Solo or Indiana Jones, played The Fugitive.
He didn't kill his wife.
A doctor accused of killing his wife. He didn't do it.
Which is based on a real thing that happened in Cleveland, Ohio.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The guy was missing an arm, right? That was like the...
Yeah, he blamed the one-armed man.
One-armed man. The one-armed man. Welcome to my hindsight list, right? These are the things I should have bought on eBay Motors before embarking on a cross-country journey in a vehicle of questionable reliability. And first up is something very simple, which is a spare key. That's right, I only have one key for this van. Well, until I'm about to do, which is order a new key. Let's go look for one. Econoline, 2004, key. Oh look, they've got plenty of them. But these are boring. They're in black. I bet you someone makes a colored one. I'm gonna add the word red, because red keys, easier to find. R-E-D, red. Voila, look, we've got red keys. And now, I also need a transmitter to go with it, because mine has like one of those fake alarms that opens the doors, right? Keyless entry, here we go. Keyless entry, Ford, Econoline. They have it. Then let's see, do they have one in red? Haha, they've got one. This would have been something great to have ordered before this trip, because I hate to admit this, but by this point, we already had two scares where I thought I had lost the keys. One was in the hotel room. The other one was I thought I actually locked ourselves out of the vehicle. And that wouldn't be the first time I've done that. That's right, every road trip, bring a spare set of keys. And you can find those on eBay Motors.
Scotto, where are we?
So we are here at the legendary start of the Dragon, Tail of the Dragon at Deals Gap. The last time I was here was in 2007, 2008. The Audi RS, I guess it was 2007, the Audi RS4 had just been launched in America. And I did a road trip from LA back to our offices at 060 in New York City. And we came here at like 2 in the morning. So I was really excited. I haven't been here since then. I'm really excited to come back to the Dragon and see it in daylight, but unfortunately it was raining, and even more unfortunately, it seems like the road is closed because there's a bunch of emergency service vehicles. So while we wait for that, why don't you talk about the last time you were here? Because you have better Dragon stories than I do. So what was the last time you were here?
I shot a Red Bull Subaru project called The Dragon that ended up winning a sports Emmy for best short form camera work. So
say it like you mean it. He won an Emmy pretty much
Magic,
like
Scotto,
most of the
yeah.
Gymkhana crew. So
Yep.
what it took was removing me from the package for them to win an Emmy.
That's not true.
Respect, guys.
Just nominating. You know what they say.
So anyway, we're here now. This is like kind of the start. I forget, what's the math? How many turns? Do you remember? Does it say? Oh, right there. Look, it says 318
yeah, I feel
turns.
like it's maybe even slightly more than that. Some people say it's more than that.
318, 11 miles. I mean, it's a lot, because if you think about like, what is Pikes? Pikes like 100 and something in 14 miles, or 12 miles, or 12.6 miles, whatever, right? And then the Nürburgring is like in the same area. And like some people say the Nürburgring is only 80 turns. So like 318 is a lot.
This is a public road.
So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. We'll wait it out for a little bit, see if they open it up. I do think we actually have to take this to get where we're going.
Yeah.
So,
At this point.
like, otherwise we have to track back a bit.
Yeah.
So let's at least go. We're gonna swing over to our buddy Killboy's shop and maybe get some souvenirs. So yeah, because we met Daryl at the Hillclimb because he actually helps run the Hillclimb.
And this is
But what's
Daryl's
his story,
business.
right?
Yeah, he is Killboy.
And like, what did he do? He just
I think he was originally like a motorcycle racer, right? And if you found out about Deals Gap way back in the day, like in the 90s or something,
right.
I don't know exactly, when he came here, but he came here to ride motorcycles all the time and fell in love with it, and then became a still shooter. So he's the guy now that if you want to go and buy photos of your car or your bike on the Dragon, you go to him and you buy him. So he's got multiple photographers like along the route. You go to his website, you can find the time of day and the date, and find your vehicle and you on the Dragon.
That sounds like a way easier business than what we do. This sounds great. This is what we should start.
Yeah.
Oh look, the project's immortalized right here.
I mean, I definitely haven't seen that photo. That's pretty good. Scott riding the Dragon. Colin Harrington, Shreve, Scotto, Magic, Hobo, Dan Williams.
The crew.
The whole crew.
Alright, well, it looks like the road is just open. All these people have just been stuck sitting on the road. We luckily were stuck here and got to hang out at Killboy and walk around. So anyway, let's go see what two solid axles can do. 318 curves. This isn't really the ideal situation to come around the Dragon.
No.
Like, A, it's wet.
Yeah.
We've got to have the most amount of traffic because everybody's just been waiting.
Or maybe it is the most ideal situation.
But maybe it is.
Yeah.
Well, at least I won't feel like I'm slowing anyone.
Yeah.
Well, we drove the Dragon. Probably of all the cars in my fleet, not the one I would pick. I would say the only thing that would have been maybe the F100. Although, I don't know, at the same time, I was pretty impressed by how it drove. Like, I felt bad there was a, whatever that thing was. What is it, like an Expo or Slingshot? I don't know, some sort of weird three-wheeled vehicle that honestly, like, please don't make this. That wasn't faster than this, but yeah, what an amazing road.
Pretty happy with the van?
Yeah, it's amazing. The thing I didn't expect the van to be good at is things like the tail of the Dragon. Like, that's not where you're like, hey, you know what? Got an off-road van. It's lifted. It's on 35s. Leafs all around. Solid axles. Let's hit up tail of the Dragon. But honestly, like, I wasn't like pushing it because like I don't want to die or kill Will. But like, and definitely not that. Like, oh, Scotto, yeah, Scotto perished on the tail of the Dragon. Oh, really? What was he driving? Did he have the Hillclimb car out? The 911? The Rari? The Rabbit? Nah, bro. He had the E350 out.
Church van.
Yeah, church van. Yeah, church van. He was out there. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pretty impressed. Like, I'm pretty impressed by it. So I guess we were supposed to be in Knoxville at 1. We're a little late. So we originally thought we were going to get to Nashville tonight, which is a problem because we told people we'd be in Oklahoma. So we've set ourselves a little far behind. So I don't know. We're going to either push hard tonight or not and maybe just stay in Knoxville. So trip's been fun. But we did buy the sticker at the beginning. We've now finished it. So I guess we'll throw it on the van. Doesn't look straight. official Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer!
This wasn't even a plan, but I'm kind of
Earned them.
I earned them.
Earned them.
Yeah, drove the Dragon.
Yeah.
He technically drove, co-drove the
Yeah.
Hillclimb. Yeah. So
Yeah.
here we go. Oh, hey, welcome back. Snack break, the best part of anything we do, right? Because I get to eat and talk about it, and I think I enjoy that more than cars these days. Today's snack break, before we get into what it is, today's snack break is brought to you by the good folks at Morimoto. They make a bunch of great lighting stuff, whether that is replacement headlights, or actually I should say upgraded headlights for like your new truck or car or whatever. They also make things like the 4-banger light or the NCS, which is the light that I have on this truck, which is like a nice little pod light. What they also do is they make retrofit stuff. So if you want to take old lights and make them better, and make the lighting better, make them look cooler, make them do things your old lights never did, they can do that. So actually, for this truck has absolutely horrible headlights, which we realized already driving in the dark. And somehow they got even worse by making the truck taller. I don't know how, but it's true. So anyway, I worked with a company called Vantage Optics and Morimoto to build this light, which I'm pretty stoked about. And this is kind of an example of what you can do with the retrofit program you can do through Morimoto. And they make a bunch of stuff like wiring harnesses and control units. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get to what's really important here. Cheetos Mexican street corn. To the people in the know, elotes. I have to say elotes, which by the way is basically corn and mayonnaise and butter and a bunch of spices, and it is, who knew corn could be so good. I also very rarely choose the vegetable option over the meat option, but if you're gonna give me a taco or elotes, I'm probably gonna go with the elotes. So I was pretty excited when I saw these, so let's crack in. Let's see if Chester knows what's up. The smell is like, it smells like elotes in like a chemical factory. All right, I think the problem is elotes is like a really difficult flavor. It's like complex. It's got all these things. It's got like the like weird smooth and like savory feeling like mayonnaise gives you, but it's got like this spice in it, and there's like, you know, you have like a hot element to it, and then like this has a lime element to it as well. And I think that they just can't get all of that flavor into one. I'm gonna have. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's like a solid like 1.5 out of 10. But the headlights, those are pretty dope, and hopefully we get them on at some point before the end of the trip. We all know that's not gonna happen. Well, I just bought one of these, so I haven't even told anyone about it yet. We're at a dangerous place for me. They have 18,000 square feet of parts, and they are the purveyors of Volkswagen junk.